This video, I just wanted to talk from my own experience, share from my heart about something that I've learned over the course of my career, and that is patience and how hard it is to be patient. And my advice to you in this. Before I forget, I want to quick introduce myself. My name is Ryan Luth. I am a filmmaker based out of Orange County, California, and I run a video production company called Outlands Media Group. Now this video is going to be a little bit different. I am trying to get a video in before I head off to a shoot out of town tomorrow morning early. So I'm not going to have time till basically throughout the entire week to get that done. So I wanted to quick put out something now. So we'll see if I can keep this one short. So to start a little bit, as November rolls around and we are getting closer and closer to December and the year is coming to a close, I often just like to reflect a little bit on the past year and things that have happened, successes, failures, things that I could do differently for the new year. So overall this year, I am proud to say that I did accomplish all of the goals that I set out to do. And that was really encouraging for me because a lot of times I often feel like in filmmaking and in my career and things like that, there's just a urgency behind what I'm doing and this feeling of this need to find success as quickly as possible. And that can be very hard sometimes and exhausting to have that at the back of your mind. I think in some cases it's a good thing because it keeps you driven and it keeps you working towards your goals, but at the other hand, it puts you in this place of constantly discouraging yourself every time things aren't happening as fast as you want them to happen. That being said, this is why I think reflection is so important in what you're doing, because it's great to be able to look back and see, hey, where did I start from? Where am I at now? And actually take time to congratulate yourself for what you have achieved over the course of that time. At the beginning of this year, we started booking some of the largest projects I've ever had the chance of running through our company to date. And that was really, really exciting. It was a big step in the right direction, a big step in a new direction with larger budgets and more crew members and bigger clients, and that was really cool. And I think we had multiple of those this year, which was really exciting. I think there was about a total of 5 or 6 very large projects that we ended up doing this year, which was very, very cool. And then some smaller ones in between. So in that sense, I think that was a very good thing. Here's the downside of it that I'm learning, reflecting back on it, is I think I got used to that too quick, and I was like, this is the new normal now. And so when fall rolled around, I was kind of expecting these things to just kind of keep coming, and I'm learning that that's just not always the case. When I first started out, there was a lot of feast and famine. It was just like projects would come out of nowhere and I'd have a ton for a few months, and then I would be in a dry spell for a few months and it'd be back again, and it would just be this roller coaster. And since I started the company, it's kind of been on an upward incline of things just taking off and taking off and taking off, which has been really, really cool because I've been working for years to get to that point. But I think I got used to almost having that consistency with some larger projects that I wasn't really prepared for when fall came around and things slowed way down for us. And my encouragement to you in this is to maybe just hear my story, maybe you can relate. That put me in a place of, dang, I gotta hustle to try and get us some more clients, try and get the business to get back not up on its feet, but just keep busy, because I didn't want to go through the winter holidays just not having anything lined up for the new year or for the remainder of the year. I am proud to say now that after a good couple weeks of just a lot of cold emailing, a lot of cold reaching out and getting to know people, networking events and things like that we've been to, we have secured a bunch of new projects, which has been really cool. And so in that case, I'm glad to see that oh, okay, I am capable of doing that. That's great. All that to say though, I often come to the end of each year feeling happy with what I have achieved, but at the same time feeling a sort of, but why wasn't it more? And that's where I think patience is such an important just thing to learn in a film career. If there's anything I've learned over the past 7-8 years of doing what I've been doing and pursuing a career in film, it's that things don't normally happen as fast as you think they will. And I know we see a lot of movies and TV shows out there of people that achieve overnight success, or it seems like it, but we often don't see the 10, 20 plus years of working day in and day out at their craft to get to that point, or just hustling away, trying to learn things and educating themselves and growing as a person and as a business, and just all the work that leads up to that point. And so there's this always expectation in the back of our minds of like, I need to be doing more, I need to be going faster, why am I not growing as fast? And I struggle with that. I really do. I struggle with being patient. And yes, it keeps me hungry. I will be honest, I am a very go-getter type of person. I'm always down to just get to work and get things done, and I want to be pursuing the next thing and jumping from project to project and just keep things going. But at the end of the day, it leaves me exhausted. And that's not a good place to be working from. That's not a good place to be running your business from, in your life, in your relationships, in your marriage. And I think this feeling of I need to achieve everything I can by 25, because I turned 25 this year, and I need to achieve all these things by 25, just is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. So what I've learned is that patience is extremely important. In the times that I've implemented it, I've found a lot more peace. And it's surprising that life doesn't change by you not being patient. You can be patient and still be a go-getter, determined person and have that personality that's going after all these projects and going after things and growing your company and growing your business and becoming a better filmmaker. You can be a very determined go-getter type of person and still be patient. And I think that's something I never really put two and two together for the longest time. And now that I'm coming up at 25 at the end of this year, I think that's something that I wish I would have implemented a lot sooner, because I think I would have just enjoyed my life more. I enjoy my life. I love my life, but I think I would have enjoyed it even more so if I would have just been like, you know what, it's okay. I am growing, I'm learning, and this is going to be a journey, not a sprint. This is a marathon. Because the thing is when you are working and living from a place of peace and you don't have that constant thing in the back of your mind that's telling you that like you're not doing enough, like this impatience of like, I need to get to these goals, I need to do this, I need to do that. It wears you down and it becomes very exhausting. And when you're trying to work from that place, you're not being the best version of yourself. I don't believe, at least for me. I've found myself not being the best version of myself, not being the most inspired, because all my energy is going on to I need to grow and I need to get better and I need to keep going. And all of those things are so good, but can also be so detrimental if the amount of how much we become impatient is not controlled, if that makes sense. So one thing that I have learned that has helped me combat this is reflecting and writing things down, actually journaling. I haven't done this in forever, and the other day I went down to the beach and I sat down for a good hour and I just wrote down all of the things that had happened this past year, all of the goals that I had achieved, and just wrote down like, hey, look what you accomplished this year. And that really helped me, because it helped me to look back and see, oh, okay, I'm farther along than I thought that I was. And that's encouraging, because I can now see a track record of like, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna progressively get better. I'm gonna progressively go farther in my career. I'll progressively get bigger clients. I'll progressively get more bigger projects and things like that if I continue on this path. But I have to trust the process, and that is so hard sometimes. So I would say that sitting down and reflecting on what you have accomplished and what you've been able to do is such a good thing, because it also allows you to be grateful. And when you can be grateful, you can be content. And when you can be content, you can be at peace. And when you work from a place of peace, you're just going to be better in so many areas of your life. And that will result in a better career, I think. So my encouragement to you is, first off, I don't think anyone has it all figured out. Social media and seeing what everyone else is doing online doesn't help you overcome a feeling of being impatient and wanting things faster than they can actually happen. I think it's important to realize that there's a lot of people that are actually closer to being in the same boat as you are, that maybe you just don't even realize it, because social media is a highlight reel of everybody's life. Everybody goes through issues and problems and things, but nobody really talks about it online. And so when we're constantly comparing ourselves to that, we get impatient because we want what they have, and we keep trying to achieve that. And yes, that can be a good thing if that is channeled in the right direction, but I just know myself, and it can also be destructive. But the bottom line is, if you keep working hard, you keep working smart, and you just keep showing up, being consistent with what you're doing, eventually you will reach those goals, and they will happen, and they will progress. And there will be times where they won't. There will be times where you will fail and the things will fall apart, and that's okay, because that's how we learn. Educating yourself is one of the best investments you can make, because it helps you be more prepared for things in life, and it helps you just get better at your craft and your business and your career. And so that's one of the things I've really been trying to do this past few months, is really start investing in my education on the business side of filmmaking, because that's something that I was never really taught, and I just didn't know that much about, and I really would love to be learning more of that, because I know that that's going to help me further my career. All that to say, patience and educating yourself, I guess, were the two topics of this video, but I will have to bring all of this to the end because I have to hop on a Zoom call for a client. But anyway, I hope this has been encouraging to you. Let me know if you like videos like this, if you like just kind of the sit down, telling my story a little bit, sharing some advice and things that have worked for me and encouragement. I know that sometimes there is times in life where we just need an encouraging word, and I hope that this has been that for you, if that's what you need right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and as always, if you like content like this, just consider subscribing, and yeah, maybe follow our Instagram page and check out what we're doing over at Outlands Media Group. I gotta head off to Las Vegas tomorrow to go shoot for a few days, so that should be super fun. But yeah, anyways, thanks again, guys, and I will see you in the next one.